Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Last Stand Gamers, and welcome! So with the introduction of survival, a lot of you guys have been talking about automated mining machines. So I've came up with a number of design ideas. This one here I actually got inspired by another design on the actual workshop, and I thought it was very nice, but I wanted to have a go at it myself. So this is what I actually came up with. I'm going to do some further improvements onto it. So it basically works off gravity and friction. You've got a four-wheel design, so maximum grip, and up here you have your rocks to basically stick it to the ground to give the wheels a grip on the friction. So basically it keeps going forward, the friction drives it forward, and it just keeps drilling. The only issue I've noticed, there is two of them, is if you do not keep an eye on it, it'll eventually go through the asteroid and fall out the other side. On the other hand, the other issue is if you do not have the object limit set very high, the rocks in the back disappear and it just starts to float off, and that's never good for any reason. So let's get inside. Let's start our drills up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I built this with survival in mind. So basically everything here is quite easy to guarantee survival. It's not too many components. So everything you make up for will actually be able to be reproduced and so on. So that's what you want to do. You want to be as eco-efficient as possible when you're making these designs for survival. So let's start this machine up. So this is basically it going. And we're just going to get some grip. We're going to leave it now to run. And basically the machine will just start to run once it's got a grip. Sadly it's on a little bit of an angle here, so it might be a little bit harder for it to actually begin getting a grip. But yeah, that's basically how it works. It just keeps mining, and you come back in 20 or so minutes and you check its progress. So it might be far, it might not be too far. You check it, update it, make sure you've taken all the ore out of it. Remember, the ore is going to be very hard to transport from them drills, so I was thinking about maybe doing some sort of detachable drill system so you can take the drill directly to the crate. So there it is, it's going in. It's just going to try to get some grip, as you can see here. It's a little bit stuck on that little icon, so let's get it. Let's give it a little bit of a hand. Sometimes that's all it needs. The problem is once it's making that break-in, it's getting through that initial break-in, the actual asteroid, because once you're in, you can just start, it'll be there all day once it's in. It's just getting it inside, because sometimes you can get a little bit of a collision and then it causes little bits of issues. But it's the combination of the grip and the drilling can leave you with a very nice tunnel. So it's a very simple, uncomplicated design. You just got to keep an eye to make sure the rocks are still in the back and they don't disappear. There we go. So we've had a look at a practical option, but let's have a look at a rather impractical option, but it should have some rather interesting results. So you've seen this layout before when I was building the tank tracks, and today I'm going to try to have a mess around with cutting the asteroid in half with a chainsaw. So this is the idea. We've got a nice track layout, and in each track we have the drills. So we're going to wrap it around that chainsaw blade, turn this into a ship, and then hopefully we have a working chainsaw. So I'll be back to you shortly. We've just approached one of the very delicate stages of building any sort of chain construction, and that is of course the connecting rod, but today it doesn't seem like we've had too much problem. The chain is a little bit baggy, but I'm going to let it go just to see what we get with this sort of experiment. So I'm just going to drag this out, mount a cockpit on, and then we can call this ready to test. So put that in, lock that in place. Beautiful. Start getting rid of a few of these guys now. And dump that over there just in case we need another one. So the chainsaw design is pretty much completed. We've got a little bit of baggage back here that I really don't like, but there's no way of me currently tying it up. That's the problem. It seems to be tight in all the right places though. We got it here and here. So I'm just going to bring this side wall up a little bit. Let me just check if it's within reason. No, let's not have that up. Let's keep it as it is. Let's begin testing. We have to get into position, and then we've got to crank it up, and then there's a lot to do. We've got to start every single one of these individual blades, and you're not going to want to watch that, so I'll see you later. So I've just placed it over the asteroid, and I have not yet spun up each individual drill because I purely want to test to see if this actual blade will spin first. So let's crank it up, get over to the rotors, and we need to just put the velocity on 15, like so. roll the rotor on 15, and hopefully we'll get a nice flowing motion without any issues. So let's just hop on out. Yeah, we're getting that sort of chainsaw effect that we really want. Yes, that's perfect. Perfect! Yes, well, we are getting that sort of chainsaw effect we need. It's a bit baggy, but you know, it will do. So yeah, it's going to coil around there, then have all these drills on, and we're just going to cut this thing straight in half. But the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is, since the actual chain is shorter than the actual outside of the ship, if we'll actually be able to cut it in half completely. But we'll have to see. So I will get back to switching on all these drills. Right, so everything is ready to go. I've spent the last 20-30 minutes with Tazoo switching on every single drill, so hopefully it will work. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this rotating at a very slow speed. So we're going to put this probably a little less than 15. 15 was a bit too fast, so we'll put on about 5. And we'll put this on about 5. And then we should start to rotate at a decent rate. So now I've got to put one little engine on this every time it passes. So it's going to be a bit hard. So there's 1. Oh no, that's a miss. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh no, 8, come back, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This is a tedious process, and you're probably thinking, oh, look at the noise. Right, nearly there. Only 2 billion more to go by the looks of it. How many's left? Oh no, oh no. It is the moment of truth. We have turned most of the things on, but will it blend? Sorry, no, I mean, will it turn? That's the question I meant to be asking. Will it turn and drill us a hole in this rock? Let us see. Alright, it's lowering it down. Chainsaw's lowering. There we go. Oh no, it snapped off. That's not good. Right, so this time I've extended the sides a bit and I've halved the amount of blades, so fingers crossed. Alright, now spin this thing up. Let's go with a much slower... Oh no, I don't want to do that. A much slower 5 velocity. That's fine. Bring that to a nice casual 5 as well. Right, feeling a lot better about this one. Just bring it down nice and slowly now. Nice and slowly. Okay, it is working. It is cutting. That's the priority. It seems to be cutting, yes. Very good. Right, we need to crank this up to speed though, because I'll be here all day otherwise. Just get this a bit lower, so see how it's doing. Well, I class that as a chainsaw because it is a chain and it is sawing material. We'll have to see how far we can actually get with it though. See how effective it actually is. I mean, this is probably pretty useless in any sort of survival situation. But who knows? Who cares? Just a good bit of fun. Let's lower it down a bit more again. Alright, I'm going to cut back, possibly to a little bit later on. So it's gone a little wrong, but I couldn't really say I expected anything different from such a overcomplicated design. To be honest, I mean, now we've got this massive loop of chain, sort of death, just circling around everywhere, drilling into everything it possibly can get its hands on. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. and I'll see you next time. Hopefully your mining adventures are a little bit better than mine.